We went on Royal Caribbean's Voyager of the Seas and we purchased the specialty dining package for unlimited dining, and we want to share with you our honest review and if we think it's worth it to do it on the Voyager of the Seas. Hi, I'm Rebecca and this is
Lib.
And we are here to talk about our FIRE journey. We are about 5 years in on financial independence, retire early, and we have about 10 years to go. The plan is that we're going to retire in our early 50s and sell everything we have when our little boy goes off to college and slow travel the world, and we share everything with you on this channel. So the Voyager has 3 specialty dining restaurants. Those are Chops Grill, Giovanni's Table, and Izumi Sushi.
Yeah, so why? So you just...
It's okay.
So the first one we'll talk about is Chops Grill. It's, for me...
So we're actually right here. It's okay, keep going.
So we paid about $389 for this, they call it the unlimited dining package, but really it's not totally unlimited. But anyways, $389 came out to about $38 per person per day, which actually I think is a really great deal all in all, because you do get lunch on C days as well.
Okay, so yeah, so we ate lunch and dinner at each of the 3 restaurants at least once. Some we went to multiple times. Now, we're going to give you our quick impression on each of them, but we have been at each of these restaurants on other ships as well, and it goes a little bit differently when you're on a different ship than when you are on Voyager of the Seas. So it is specific to the ship, and you want to kind of keep that in mind. So we're going to let you know at the end which one was our favorite and what we think the best value is over all of the restaurants.
Yeah, so like I said before, we did eat, we kind of tried to split it up. We ate sometimes at lunch at one restaurant and then dinner at another, and we kind of tried to rotate it. Going into the first one, Chops Grill, it's not really my favorite, and doesn't really matter what ship I'm on. We eat a lot of steak at home, so we're kind of steak snobs, I guess you could say. But I will say I did enjoy the lamb chop on there, and I was very pleasantly surprised with it. I will say the night that we did have it, there was a long line to get into Chops. It was extremely busy, and it took over 2 hours for us to eat. But you're on vacation, so who really cares how long it takes? Again, we had the drink package, we took our time eating, and we really had a great meal.
Yeah, no, it was great. I will say, so we did a lunch there, we did a dinner there. The menu was pretty much the same for both of them. Yeah. And I had the shrimp cocktail and like shrimp, jumbo, prawn, all of that. I don't know what the official lingo is, but they were huge and they were very good. And shrimp cocktail is one of my favorite things. And I think it's kind of a crowd favorite anyway. So that was really good. The red velvet cake for dessert was also very good. So I would highly recommend that if that's something that you like. One of my meals, I think it was the first one for the lunch, I got steak on top of a Caesar salad, and that was terrible. I did not like that at all. I don't know if it's just the combination or if it's just me, but that wasn't good, and I really did not eat much of it. And actually, I just kind of moved on.
Actually, now that you actually say it, there was somebody next to us who got the same thing, and they didn't seem to like it either. She sent it back, so I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. So Chops was not necessarily our favorite, though there were some good points about it, and if you don't have steak all the time, you know, that may be something that you're interested in. And now we're going to head to...
Yeah, one last point on Chops Grill real quick, but that's okay. So I was really excited to try the burger for lunch there.
Oh, right.
And I asked to substitute the Gruyere cheese for cheddar cheese, which I thought would be just a simple request, but they wouldn't accommodate it. The guy said the burgers were already made. So fine, whatever, give me the burger. And I just wasn't impressed with the burger. Yeah. I say it's a steak burger, but it just tasted like the same burger you get over at the Windjammer. Which actually, I did have a burger at Windjammer, and I enjoyed it more than the one at Chops because I got my cheddar cheese. Yeah. Anyways, that's it on that.
Okay. Next one is Giovanni's Table. So what did you think about that?
So Giovanni's Table is actually one of my favorites. Doesn't matter what boat we're on. Yeah. I really enjoy it. They make the pasta fresh there. I think I had the seafood linguine, which I thought was good, but I don't know, the kind of seafood that they put in there, I just wasn't thoroughly impressed. I enjoyed it, but it just didn't wow me. Right. What does wow me at Giovanni's is their steak there, oddly enough. Their filet is extremely good there. And I did actually ask the server what the difference was between the steak here at Giovanni's and the one over at Chops. And he told me the secret is the grill that they use.
Interesting.
Over at Chops, they use a flat top grill, so you get that really nice sear, seals in the juices there, crispy on the outside, medium on the inside, outstanding. And over at Chops, they do it on like a grill, like normal grill, like a gas grill you would do at home or whatever. So I actually had the filet 2 different times there because we went there 3 times, once for lunch, twice for dinner.
Right.
And it was outstanding. I ate every part of it. Good. Mashed potatoes are really good as well too.
Awesome. So for me, I'm kind of one of those boring people that when I find something on a menu I like, I just kind of order it all the time and I put on blinders and I don't want to look at anything that's on the menu. And I also try when we're on the cruise ship to try things new or eat things that I don't normally make for myself or that somebody doesn't make for me or that anybody doesn't make for me that I don't normally get. So risotto is one of those things that it's my favorite and I don't usually make it. And so they had a wild mushroom risotto with the truffle oil and it was delicious. And I got it, I think, each and every time that we were there and it was very good. And it's not something that I normally get. So I kind of really enjoy it. On the cruise ship. So I didn't have any complaints with that. Giovanni's is one of our favorites that we do enjoy. So overall, that was a really good experience.
Absolutely.
Next is the Izumi sushi. And maybe you want to start with the difference between some of the Izumis.
So a lot of these Izumis on the newer ships will have the hibachi and the sushi.
Right.
But on the older ships like the Voyager of the Seas, unfortunately they didn't have the hibachi. And we knew that going into it. But we both really enjoy sushi and we enjoy the other items on the menu as well. So we decided to book it. We booked it 3 times. Yeah. And we're really happy we did. We got a really good server the first 2 times and a decent server on the 3rd time. Yeah. We requested the same one, but unfortunately he was just too busy.
Yeah.
But I get the seaweed salad every single time. It's one of my most favorite things to get there. And every single meal I make sure I get it.
Yeah.
I do like sushi, but I'm not big on like the rice with the sushi. I'm more of just the fish.
He likes this. I think it's sashimi, where it's just the fish.
Exactly, and I got that every time. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I tried the ramen soup there, and that was pretty good. But we get some really good ramen soup over here where we live now. But it was good, no complaints. The green tea ice cream is top notch. Definitely try that when you go there. They'll give you more than one dessert if you ask for it too. So if you want to try 2 different desserts. Right. Share one, whatever. Just ask them. They have no problem doing it for you.
Right. And I really love the sushi at Izumi as well. The hibachi is great on the other ships, but being that we had just the sushi at this one, you think maybe it would get old or you don't know what to get. I honestly, again, like I said, I get the same thing several times. I ate lobster sushi every single time I was there. There was one that I liked more and one that I liked less. So I just ordered a double portion because you get to pick 1 appetizer, 2 large portions, they call it, which is like your entrees, and then 1 dessert. So I just picked both of the same lobster sushi and it was delicious. And I had my fill of lobster sushi while we were there. And I feel like that's something, our little guy is little. And so he's not really into sushi. And so it's something that we don't normally go for locally very often. So it is nice to be able to have that when it's just the 2 of us on a cruise ship. So I got the lobster sushi like crazy. I did also the green tea ice cream, which was very good and refreshing. And then I will say I had spent time in Japan as a teenager, and all I remember is staying with a family and them making these desserts and different things with red bean paste. If you've ever been to Japan or know a lot about Japanese food, you'll know about this red bean paste. And so they have these little sesame balls and inside is that red bean paste. So I get them every time. They're so good. This time they were a little bit different than I had them in the past at other Izumi restaurants on other ships, but still good and still brought me back. So I really enjoy that. And if you haven't tried it, I highly suggest that you do. So that was our review of each of the restaurants. I think you can kind of tell what we liked and what we didn't like, but we will give you our favorite and we're also gonna give you what we think the best value is. So do you want to do the honors of what you think our favorite is?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. I think hands down for both of us, our favorite is going to be hands down Izumi. I actually wish we would have done more of it.
We probably could have done it all the time.
But it's okay. The chops, even though it wasn't high on our likely marker, we still enjoyed it. You're on a cruise ship. The food is good. Right. Just roll the punches. You don't have to
make it, and it's always better when someone else makes it.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. So just enjoy yourself.
But Izumi is our favorite, and I also think that for the best value, Izumi is your best value. I don't know how many sushi restaurants you have in your local area, but it can be pretty pricey, especially for some of those very involved rolls that have all the truffle and the this and the tempura on top and the spicy whatever and all of those things. Those can run you a lot of money, and you only obviously get very small portions. So when you're doing Izumi sushi, you're getting 2 of those every single time you go. If you did that for all of your meals and you tried them all and experienced everything that they had, you would really get a great value for your money. For $38 per person per day, I think that's amazing. You can't get sushi like that in your hometown for that kind of price. So the best value I do feel is Izumi. And the other thing I will say too on that is we keep talking about the sushi because that's really what we focused on, but they have ramen, they have rice bowls, they have other things.
Teriyaki chicken.
With meat, that's not necessarily fish, that's not necessarily raw, and that's not necessarily sushi. So if you're not that kind of person, or one of you is and one of you isn't in your couple, you can totally find something that you'd like, and it is a lot of food. So I think that wraps up everything that we have to say for the Voyager of the Seas. Whether or not you should do the specialty dining, it is up to you, but we do think it's worth it. We think it's a great value, some more than others, and we would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Have you been on Voyager? What did you think? Do you do the specialty dining or not? And let us know in the comments. We always write back and say hi back to you. Thanks and have a great day.
Happy cruising.
Bye.